Speaking of rewriting, speaking of history and facts and so on, here's Laura Ingraham trying to do a little bob and weave, a little spin about remember when Donald Trump said good people on both sides and bad people on both sides when neo-Nazis were in Charlottesville?
Which is a speech he regrets making because he feels like he was unfair to his people.
He regretted the apology.
Right.
He called it the worst speech he ever made.
That's what I mean.
Here is Laura Ingraham.
Millions of women suffering in silence. Are you all like not seeing that? And by the way, your titular head of the GOP, the President of the United States, is not only the most divisive, but his unhinged statements, his statements about Nazis being decent people, him taking and ordering babies taken from immigrants.
That's not what he said.
Exactly what he said. He said they're good people on both sides.
I think what he was trying to say. And at the time
I can't tell you what he was trying to say.
Scott, I mean, this is. I understand what you're trying to do. I'm actually trying to do an intervention for the Democrats. And Scott is one of my, I adore Scott. Scott and I don't agree on anything.
But are you ignoring Donald Trump and his divisive?
Donald Trump last night, something that media doesn't want to focus on, said, let's get back to a time of love, respect, and understanding. And
what's wrong with peace, love, and understanding?
Yeah, baby, it's 68 all over again.
I remember in 1968, I would have been out beating hippies if I didn't have such a terrible injury, which kept me out of Vietnam. But I was also a great athlete.
The way she says...
I was in my own Vietnam.
Yeah, it was my own Vietnam.
What Trump also said that the media doesn't want to focus on. The right is very upset that they can't control the attention economy anymore. That's a big long-term problem for them.
Yes, that's a big long-term problem for them. But also just like... You know, let's just repeat it once again. He said good people on both sides and violence on many, many sides. And then he went into whining about taking down statues and asking where it ended. Yeah. That's what he said. So
you want to take down George Washington's statue?
Yeah. You want to do that? And also, besides that, setting aside the symbology, whatever, the guy presides over a mass terrorist operation against immigrants of every category and a pure act of strategic, vicious, grotesque white supremacy. And he said it himself. He's told on himself, starting from his campaign announcement, talking about Mexicans being rapists. Fuck that guy. And fuck all of these Republicans whining that, as Matt says, they can't control the narrative anymore.